Hello glam dolls and glam gents. Here on my channel you'll learn hair, nails, makeup, and you'll receive God's word. A prayer for when you feel like giving up. Lord, today I am weary and worn. I want to obey you, but I have clung desperately to hope and still feel hopeless. Please strengthen my heart today. Renew your vision and the joy of my salvation and service. Help me feel the weight of your presence right here with me as I choose not to give up or give in, but to persevere. I fix my eyes on you and look to you alone for my help, my hope, my strength, and my deliverance. You are faithful. Amen. Okay, so my client came in from 5 weeks and 2 days ago needing a fill, but she also broke a few nails. So today's video is going to be showing you how to fix those nails without soaking them off. So we're going to be using nail forms, and we're just going to attach them under that nail where it has broken off, and we're just going to sculpt that with acrylic, as you'll get to see in this video. So if you want to learn how to do this, then keep watching. So here you see me place all the forms on the fingers that I needed to repair, as I've done here. I'm using about 3 or 4 different colors here to create this set of nails. She had the same exact color 5 weeks ago before she came back in today for her fill. So we're going to just go in with those same colors because she wanted to keep those colors, and we're going to recreate that same design. So here you'll see me getting the nails ready. I'm actually prepping them. In the short clip before this you saw where I was showing how I attached the forms, I'd already prepped the nails with my coarse sanding band, and I pushed back those cuticles to remove all that dead skin around, and I've just went in with my nail dehydrator and my nail primer. That's what I'm doing here now, and we're going to do that to all 10 fingers, and then we're going to proceed with the acrylic. Okay, here we're going to start with this beautiful turquoise green called Turquesa, and we're just filling in where her nail has grown out, and then we're going to cap that in clear acrylic so when we get ready to file we won't remove what we just placed on the nail. Now for those of you that want to know, I am using a number 20 oval Kolinsky brush. I've had this brush for some time now, and typically you'll use the larger number brushes on the longer length nails. So really to create the 1B methods, or to pretty much do an entire full set of long nails, then the bigger the brush the better. So again, this is a number 20 oval Kolinsky brush, and no, I do not crimp any of my brushes. They are just as I got them when I purchased them, and I've been using it like this for I've had this particular brush for about 3 years. So this brush has hold it up very well, and no, I do not remember where I purchased it. Well, I do remember where I purchased it, but I do not remember the name of the seller, or I just know it's about 3 years ago I purchased this brush. So yeah. When creating ombre phase, as I'm doing in this particular nail, when you're filling in, you're just going to bring that acrylic from the bottom, whatever color that you have, you're going to bring it midways of that nail, and you're going to blend it out right in the center of that nail. And we're going to go back in with some of that glitter, and we're going to fade it back the opposite direction. So this glitter I'm using, it is a custom mixed glitter that I made, and it's not mixed with any clear acrylic or anything inside of it. So I had to pick up a bead of clear acrylic before I dipped it into this glitter, just to be able to get it to adhere to this brush and to stay on the nail. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going in with a small bead of acrylic, clear acrylic, and I'm going into my glitter and just adding small pieces of glitter in those sections where I want to fade that ombre. Okay, now I'm going in with this very beautiful mustard yellow. This is from Glam and Glitz color collection. I can't remember the name of it right now, but this is the yellow mustard color that they have. And right where you see that nail had broken off where she hit it, you're just going to take a bead of acrylic and lay it right at the part where it broke. And then you're just going to begin sculpting that nail into whatever shape that nail was prior to her breaking it. Okay, so as you built that color for that nail, when you're finished, you want to go back in and clear cap that entire nail with clear acrylic, just to preserve that color, so when you go to file, then you won't actually file any of what you just placed on that nail off. So as you can see, it's very easy to actually build that nail and repair that nail versus having to soak that entire nail off and starting over from scratch. Now, if that is just what you prefer doing, then you know that's fine too, but this is just a way to show you how to sculpt that nail back into that shape that you had without having to do all that extra work with sitting and soaking and waiting. Some of your clients are actually on a very time schedule, and they don't have time to actually soak for each nail that's broken. So this is just a method that will show you how to do that as fast, you know, and get that nail back in the correct form as fast as you could. So now I'm just going back in and I'm going to clear cap all of those nails that I just got finished repairing in clear acrylic. It doesn't matter what brand you use, but as long as you are clear capping that nail, you don't want to do a very thick layer of clear acrylic. You just want to do it enough to cover that entire nail so that when you go back in the file and shape, that you do not remove any of the color acrylic that you actually place on that nail. So because she does a lot of strenuous work with her nails, does a lot of moving things around, I'm going in and I'm building the tips of her nails very well, because that seemed to be a problem area for her, breaking the tips of her nails. Like I said, she does a lot of heavy lifting and stuff, so I wanted to make sure those nails are very sturdy. So I'm just building the tip of that nail. And when you're building the tip of the nail, you want to make sure you're fading that acrylic back into the apex area. So you're going to place it on the free edge of that nail, and you're just going to blend everything towards that apex. Okay, so here I'm getting ready to repair that pinky nail. I'm going to go in and refill it as if I would if it was a full nail still there. And I'm just going to bring that on towards that apex. My next bead of acrylic is going to be placed directly above where that nail had broken off. And then I'm just going to create a new length nail in the coffin shape as the rest of the nails. So just keep watching that and you'll get to see how the nail actually forms. Now this one was a little tricky because the form was actually on a downward angle. So just building this nail, this particular nail here, as you can see, it was built on an angle. So I had to do about 2 or 3 layers of acrylic on top of each other just to build it to the exact density of that entire nail. So as you can see, I have to hold this particular form, you know, up alongside the nail so that that nail actually forms and not just create a crazy looking bunch of stuff there. So yeah, it looks kind of funny now, but in a second you'll see how that nail starts to form together. And because of that area right there in the middle, this nail is going to have a very nice apex because it does have such a good amount of acrylic in that one area. So in a few moments you'll see how that nail form was not properly placed, and this can happen to you, but you can still work around that. So if you happen to have some forms that don't stick, then you can still build on this form. But you're going to see me slide that form up where it creates a straighter line to work with on that nail form, as you just saw me do. It works a lot better like that, but you'll have some forms that actually decide to separate and create a dip in that nail, like you saw when I first started building this nail. So basically when that happens, you just go in and you just make sure you have that form placed properly, straight across, and then you can build the nail from there. And what I just did was I was actually seeing how long that other pinky was so that I can build that one to the same length, because you don't want your nails to be different lengths. You want them all to match. And one thing I love about these forms is that they have the numbers on them, so you can make all of your nails the same exact length just following that number guide. Okay, so now I'm going in with this cuticle cleaning bit. I really love this bit, but this bit is very dangerous if you're not educated on how to use it. You can really cause damage to yourself or your client's nails when using this. The video is only sped up in this portion because, of course, it's a pretty tedious process going to clean those cuticles up and cleaning and shaping those nails. So you want to be very careful when using any bit, period, whether it's a safety bit or anything. Safety bits don't normally cut you, but you can get some burns from it or things like that. But you want to make sure that you clean up around those cuticles so that you're sealing in that acrylic so that you won't have to worry about any lifting. So that's what I'm doing now with all 10 of these nails, and I'm going to complete that. Then we'll come back in and buff, top coat, and then yeah, I'll get to show you all the final results. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to go in with the hand file, and I'm just going to clean those lines up, make those lines real sharp and crisp, because that's how I want the actual coffin shape to look. It should have very sharp, straight lines to it. And I'm just going in and cleaning that line up in an up and down motion. When you're going on the sidewalls of that nail, you want to file up and down because it gives you a much crisp, cleaner line. And you want to take that file and run it up and down the tip of that nail just to give that a very straight edge. So as you can see, I am not taking the file and going back and forth on the entire nail the entire time, just to kind of clean up anything that has ran over on the sides. And I'm going in with that file up and down motions, as you see here, to give it a nice sleek line. So I'm going to do that to all 10 fingers, and then we're going to come in and top coat, and you'll get to see the final result. Okay, so now it's time for me to top coat these nails, and I'm going in with my Revive No Wipe top coat from my website, which is www.drippretty.bigcartel.com, and you'll actually see that pop up in a second. Go visit the website and grab you a bottle or two of this. This top coat is very shiny, high gloss. It lasts for several weeks. This top coat is also acetone proof, so those who work with a lot of acetone, getting acetone on your nails, it will not damage or harm the nail. It does not remove anything. To remove this top coat, it actually has to be taken off with a drill, just that top layer of it, and then you can soak off as normal, but it will not soak off at all if you just stick your finger into your acetone to soak off that nail, as long as that top coat is on there. So my top coat has a lot of security pros to it, so I definitely want you to try out a bottle of that. And I also have some other good nail goodies on my website as well, so definitely y'all go check that out. But like I said, I'm just placing that on there very thinly. You don't need a lot of this top coat for it to actually remain shiny. And once I finish that, I stick the hands in the lamp, for my LED lamp, for 30 seconds, and the nails are completely done. And then I'll just go in with my cuticle cough syrup that I also have online, and I actually use cotton candy on her. I have two fragrances, cotton candy and cupcake. I actually use cotton candy on her cuticles. I rubbed those in, and then she was all set to go. So yeah, I'm just going back in right here. I had to build that tip of that nail just a little more, so I'm going back in to actually clean that up and buff that nail so we can go ahead and apply the top coat to this hand. But yeah, y'all, go ahead and check out my website, and until the next video, you all, I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, and I'll see you all then.